Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Ooh,
Is
put
there
it
a
little.
Oh wait. Oh, see,
Put it
see,
little.
you confusing.
Ooh, you got it. Go.
See, you're
Show
doing
it to
too
the
much.
left.
Pretty soon, I feel like I might trip and
No,
fall
you
from
got
one
it though.
spot. Thank you for coming and joining me on the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Just one thing though, like swag's crazy. Like the kicks, socks, like the whole fit. But the glasses, I don't want to say it's my thing, but it's kind of like my thing.
So you want me to?
I'm not saying I want you to take them off, but I'm just saying like if you took them off, it would be okay.
Oh.
Nobody would complain.
Okay.
It's cool. No, they look great. They look great though.
I guess when you look better in glasses, you want to take them off.
I'm just saying. You know, it's a vibe. Coming from like when you were younger to now, like how has your style changed from like when you were younger, from where you used to live in the Bay to now being in LA? Like how has that kind of flipped?
Honestly, no, still doesn't. I still wear boy clothes and I'm still frugal.
Still frugal?
And sneakers. Yep, nothing's really changed.
Just the sneakers. Sneakers is the only thing?
I just love being comfortable. You know, I've always been such a big tomboy growing up. My mom used to try to put me in heels and even doing modeling, but I just love just being comfortable.
What's the difference between like Bay Area style and like the sneakers that people wear in the Bay versus like when you come to LA and see how people dress and the sneakers people wear in LA? Is there a difference between those two?
I would say it's kind of the same a little bit. And we might even actually feed off of each other when it comes to style because we're so close to each other. We're only driving 5 hours, flight 1 hour.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's just Cali all in one. Cali
has its
the
own
Bay,
thing.
LA, San Diego, we all just have our own little vibe.
Living in the Bay, are there any like style icons or kind of like sneaker icons that you were like, oh, like they're super dope or they're super dope?
Let me see. On the female aspect, because you know I gotta show love to my females. Kaylani, I love Kaylani's style. Her style is A1. Kamaya, yep, Kamaya.
Kamaya's okay. Kalani and Kamaya, they're dope.
Yeah.
And what about LA? Because like you're obviously in LA now and spend more time in LA than you spend in the Bay.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in LA that you think is like, oh, okay, like her style is, she rocks, her sneaker game is crazy?
Top of my head, Danny Lay. Her and I have the same exact swag, energy, everything. She's amazing. I've been on her since I first moved to LA when she was just like first starting off. She was a dancer and with curly fries. Like I've always loved her style. Like she's amazing.
Where would you rank yourself in like the sneaker game? You feel like you're pretty
okay.
good?
I'm okay. I feel like I could do a little bit more, you know, if I had a little bit of a plug, more sneakers. Because, you know, I'm a little bit frugal.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part.
That's the hard part. But I think I'm okay. I could definitely have a little bit more.
What's the collection look like?
What's crazy is I actually donated like about 40 shoes when I was like probably about 7 years to a women and kids shelter. And I actually had some gems in there I didn't even know. But I was like, they need more shoes than I do. I've donated a lot of shoes.
What's like the first sneaker that you were like, I want those?
Okay, I remember I was 11 years old. I was in Oakland at my godparents' house, and it was, I think, the 17s. I was obsessed with those shoes. The 16s and the 17s, I was like, I must have. Yeah, I remember I was begging my mom for those, and I got them, and I literally messed them up so bad using them as play shoes. It was crazy.
Have you ever had to do anything crazy to get a pair?
Man, there was, for the Jordan, was it Bred 11s? Bred 11s.
Okay.
I called literally every single store. I literally told them, I said, I will go jump off a bridge if you do not give me this shit. I told them that. I was like, I will jump off a bridge. They're like, Brittney, be quiet. Because my mom used to always take me to get sneakers. So, and whenever I worked, because I worked when I was in high school, I would go and get my own sneakers as well.
Now, something that I appreciate is like, you actually play ball. It's not just like, I play ball on TV. You like, no, like I play ball. What are some of your favorite sneakers to play ball in?
Actually, my first pair of shoes that I hooped in were the Hyper Dunks.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I went to Kyrie's, and then now it's PG's, and the new ones, I just got them on the Giannis's. They're so comfortable, and they even a little bit of bounce.
I feel like his story like really resonates with a lot of us that kind of came from like less affluent beginnings and kind of like carving our own path.
Yeah,
so.
It's so motivational and inspiring, and actually got a 3 at the celebrity game yesterday with it too. So.
All right. Speaking of celebrity, you were on Wild 'N Out. So how did that come about? Like that going from like let's say influencer to being on Wild 'N Out, which just kind of changes things?
Everything, honestly, I kid you not, it happened, I don't want to say out of luck. It was just, I don't know, it's like destined. My best friends were on there before, and I've always said since I was a little girl, I want to be on Wild 'N Out. I just love the show and the comedic aspect of it and like all the talent. And yeah, I went to audition, and Nick was like, oh, you have a great personality. And ever since then, I've just been on there. They said that I've always been like having like the talking roles and everything, and just been like, I guess you can say, the light of the show.
Yeah. Were you ever intimidated to go on the show? Was there any?
Yes,
Yeah,
I was definitely. No one would ever believe me when I say this. I'm shy. And what I would do was I would act goofy. So if I end up doing anything that'll embarrass myself, it's funny.
It's funny. What brought you to sport? Like, I feel like sneakers and sports are tied together so much, but like what was the sport that kind of brought you in to like want to play sports?
Honestly, my dad said I ran before I walked. He knew from I was a baby I was going to be an athlete. I was just always naturally fast. My dad tried to put me in soccer when I was younger. I taught myself how to play softball, volleyball, basketball, dad soccer, did track, and then I got asked to put into boxing.
Really?
Yeah, I just love sports, like everything about it. And then growing up, big tomboy. I wanted skateboards, race cars, scooters. I never wanted to play. My mom has a whole collection of Barbies, of unopened boxes.
Really?
Never opened them.
That's awesome. So now I feel like basketball is kind of like the main thing that people really know you for. What is it about basketball that you feel so like attracted to?
Something about basketball is just, I can't even really explain. It's like a therapy. If I'm going through it or something, I will go to the court at 2, 3 a.m. and just shoot. Listen to music. Yeah, it's crazy. And I feel like sports kind of actually saved my life, because growing up, I never was really in a good neighborhood like that as far as like the school. My mom did, because I was in a place where I didn't really have a lot of kids, but it was kind of like gang affiliated and stuff like that. And when I wasn't playing sports, realistically, my grades dropped.
So you do a lot of charity stuff too.
Yes.
How did that come about, and like why do charity stuff? Why does that matter to you?
With the brand, I've never cared about being famous. What I cared about was just using my voice to help spread the words and just help others. Everyone just wants to be famous and get clout. Nah, if I can't do anything with it in a positive way to change the world, then I really don't care about it. So doing charity games, doing charity work, and influencing and inspiring others to do the same and help, that's really what I care about, honestly. Yeah.
That's awesome. What's Brittney's voice?
I don't know. I can't even really describe what Brittney is. I just always want someone to look at me as, she inspired me. She's always been someone that cared about me, to help me and put a smile on my face. Like, I would always, if I ever left this earth, I always want a positive aspect. Now, mind you, I'm very sweet, but I got a smart mouth too. I'm from the Bay.
Okay. All
So
right.
a lot of people don't expect that. So I always say, like, every sweet person always has that one side.
That's the other side. Yeah.
Definitely
I
being
get
defensive,
I get it.
but no, like, it's just, that's just me. I don't know, just goofiness, happiness.
Something that you're really known for is the Millie Rock.
Oh, yes.
Where did that come from?
How did the Millie Rock come about? I have no clue. I think I just seen Millie do it when the Millie Rock song came out. Shout out to him too, because if it wasn't for him making that song, I think none of us would really know what the
Millie Rock.
Yeah. So, song came out, and then I started to do it, and then gradually as I got, more into it, I was like, okay, I gotta swag it out a little bit more, all this other stuff. And then B-Dot, that's like, everyone always says he's like the male version of me, I'm the female version of him. We used to just always just Millie Rock together, and I just kept going. It's like a go-to move. Like, you can't even like help it when you're excited.
Yeah.
And it just kept on growing. Like, I don't know, it's just my thing. So everyone's like, yo, you're the Millie queen.
Is there an art to the Millie Rock?
So it's funny, okay? Everyone always laughs at it, but I feel like it's the only way you could really understand the actual motion of it. I say you slapping somebody. A fly. Slapping a fly.
Yeah, there's flies in
flies
there.
in your voice, like, get out the way.
What's next for Brittney Elena?
Man, I don't know. I guess you could say whatever God has planned for me. I definitely would love to book a major role, trying to get my own TV show. I would love to book a series, get on Stranger Things.
Can we both get on Stranger Things, right?
I want to be like Eleven's sidekick or something. Yeah, like I love that show. Like that show's amazing.
I feel like obviously a lot of young girls look up to you, and what's your message to them, to like those young girls that look up to Brittney?
Be yourself. I always say be yourself, never conform, never feel like you have to be sexy. I thought I had to do that when Instagram was first coming up, and I tried it a little bit and I was like, yo, this is not me. So just be yourself, never give up. And I sometimes wish that I could start over, but I know that everything that happened in my life, like it helped me get to where I am now, especially with basketball. One of my biggest regrets is not playing college ball, but I had to take care of my family. So yeah, just never give up. And that's not even just to young girls, that's to everybody.
Who are the kind of like the people that you aspire to be or aspire to get to that level?
So I'm gonna go, old school.
Okay, as you should.
Jada Pinkett.
Yes.
I loved her in Shame. Just to be like on a different type of level, I could see myself doing something like that. Sanaa Lathan, I love her. She's not really comedic, but she's more so on the serious side.
Yeah.
Holly Berry, Babs, all comedy. Tiffany Haddish right now, she's definitely amazing. Gabrielle Union, Megan Good, all just like the goats in like the industry.
Do you feel like you have any specific challenges as a woman of color?
I would just say just being a woman in general.
Just a woman in general?
Yeah. It's kind of hard just to be taken serious. It's just like I understand. A lot of people say I get a lot of things because of my looks. I'm like, no, it's not it. I just feel like that's just the kind of hard part a little bit that I get. And it's just people, I get tired of saying that. Oh, you're not a real hooper. You don't know what I've been doing in my life.
Yeah. As a female sneakerhead, is there anything in the sneaker world that you want to change? Like, is there something like that needs to cater more towards women or maybe not cater more towards women?
They need to stop making certain shoes in 7 sizes and up. I said this on my story the other day, and I said, can we please get some shoes that are size 7 and below? Because men's sizes have the drip. I know sometimes women and kids get that too, and they can't have it also, but yes, that's it.
So you came up from music videos to comedy and Vine and Instagram and all of that. If there's somebody that wants to walk that path, what's your advice to them?
Consistency is key to doing everything. Like if you're not consistent with your content, it's really not gonna showcase anything. And honestly, you never know who's watching. But yeah, just being consistent, asking for help, don't wait for anybody.
For those out there, that are listening, I think it's important for them to hear that, because you're successful in that world, and they look up to you, and for you to be like, look, yo, you got to get down, scrape, grind, get it together, and be consistent. That's meaningful. And then the fact that that you remain you. I love that you remain you, and you don't feel like you need to change, and that you can be who you are. I love that. Well, thank you. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. This is really dope. It's really dope. It's really glad to have a female voice.
Come back anytime you need me to. We'll do another Millie one-on-one together.
For sure. Yo, so this is Restock. I obviously had an incredible guest today. Y'all know her, Brittney Elena. Make sure you watch the next episode coming up. We got a really dope interview coming for you guys that I think you're really going to enjoy. And I'm gonna have to go fight Brittney because she keep putting on glasses, and that's my thing. See you guys soon. Peace.
What's up, everybody? It's Tony here in Chicago for ComplexCon. I'm here with Restock presented by Ruffles. I'm here to talk to Chicago about culture. Now, Brittney Elena is also known as the Millie Rock Queen. Can we see your best Millie Rock? Go for it.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
No, you're gonna make history. You'll be the biggest Millie Rocker. Can we see your best Millie Rock? And a go. Okay. Oh, a little more. Get it. Don't stop.
Boy,
Can we see your best Millie Rock?
I can't do it. I'm garbage at it. I can't do it.
Can we see your best Millie Rock? And go. Hey. A little more sauce. Add a little more sauce. Yeah. Bring them hands high.